of those that you know before. So I always like to use marriage, between a man and a woman to help us understand. When you met your wife, you met her as a single lady. When you met her, you were not married to her. So you met her as a single lady, open to be married. So when you were getting married to a version of that woman that you met. But guess what? While she was yet to be married to you, she was someone. She had a version to herself, and she was open to get married. There were some things that she could not lay claim on. There are some things she could not introduce and bring to the table because she was not yet married. The very minute you get married to her, you have now come into another chapter of that relationship. You are no more married to a single lady, you are married to a wife. Now, when you were not married, she was not yet your wife. But now that you are married, she's now your wife. And now you begin to see the wifely dimension coming out. You begin to see her coming up with some things because now she has a stake. Now her destiny is at stake. Now she has staked her future for you, to you, and with you. And you cannot expect her to be silent and to be docile and to be an onlooker or an observer in a marriage that belongs to her. So even when, let's assume now that you get married to her, and then by the time she comes on board, she begins to say, sorry, I don't think we should do this. I don't like this. I don't like that. You're like, you don't like it. This thing has been there before you came. Well, she's here now. Because whether you like it or not, you may build a house. Men don't own homes. Only women build homes. Men build houses. Women build houses. But only a woman can build a home. A man cannot build a home. So whether you like it or not. So when you build a house, it turns into a home. So by the time she comes on board, she begins to come up with some stuff. And then you're like, wow, that's a wife. Guess what? The very minute she gets pregnant, and she gets pregnant, your wife is gone forever. I mean forever. In fact, if you don't understand, forever, ever, gone forever. You know why? Now she's going to become a pregnant woman. You have never been married to a pregnant woman before. And many people, it is that state that see all kinds of things. Why are you spitting everywhere? Why are you so hungry? How can you be hungry? You want to eat pawpaw in the middle of the night? Is this a village? Where do you want me to see pawpaw? And then you will begin to realize all kinds of cravings, all kinds of hormonal changes, all kinds of stuff. And that is another stage where a lot of people have crisis in their marriages because they have never been married to a pregnant woman before. By the time she now has a child, level 4, you are now married to a mother. So you were married to a single lady, then you were married to a wife, then you are married to a pregnant woman, now you are married to a mother. And now that she's a mother, she has become a mother forever. That is another level entirely. So you will now find out that once she becomes a mother, another aspect of her will come up, and then the child begins to contend with you, and then it becomes the battle of Muzanga. That breast that you are the only one that had authority over, somebody else is struggling for the best. You will now be on the queue as if you want to collect new naira notes, waiting for your portion. Why? Because now the person is a mother. So, and before you know it, they are ready to do anything for the children. You that brought them into the home, you that married them, you that got them to become a mother, you are now like on the queue. And you're like, do you love the children more than me? Hey, did I say I love them more than you? Okay, oh. So what are we saying? You need to understand that these are new rules. So whether you are a man, you are a woman, a lot of women don't understand this also. Now, let me help the woman get this. When you met that guy, he was a single man, and he was hunting for you and cutting you. So he was calling you, hello, how are you? How are you doing? Every time he sees you, oh, how are you doing today? Oh, yeah, oh, don't be stressed. Because the guy is still cutting you. The very minute you now say, yes, I'm going to marry you, you see that the thing will reduce. Now you start talking about, let's do this, let's do that. Before you know it, the day you now get married, a lot of men has now become husband. That man that was so loving, so caring, so considerate, that is always asking, how are you? All of a sudden, he seems as if he doesn't care. You know why? Responsibility has come. He's thinking of house rent. He's thinking of how to feed you, feed the children that is coming. And before you know it, you're like, I didn't know. You are now married to a husband. And then he wants to begin to do, especially these African men with ego. He wants, excuse me, no, you can't do that. No, I'm the head of this house. Who is contending your headship? So before you know it, the man becomes a different man altogether. And a lot of people don't understand this. So note it. No one can ever be married to only one person in their lifetime, because that one person has different dimensions of themselves. Now today I want to talk about, new rules of love for ladies. Let me speak to the ladies. All my single ladies. All my single ladies. Do I have single ladies in the house? If you are in the house, say yeah. If you are married too, it concerns you. So let me give you some special tips for single ladies. So new rules of love for single ladies. Number 1, you can't change a man, only God can. You can't change a man, only God can. A lot of women have what I call Messiah complex. It's amazing that when a man comes into a love relationship with a woman, he expects the woman to remain the same. But that never happens. When a woman comes into a relationship with a man, she expects the man to change, and that never happens. It's unfortunate. So you cannot change a man, only God can. Because a lot of women, when they meet a guy and the guy is coming on to them because they want to marry, they say, okay, no problem, but they are making a list. When I marry him, he will no more wear that shoe. When I marry him, he will start wearing tie. When I marry him, he has to put on beards. When I marry him, he has to go to the gym. The guy is coming with one pack, amusement park, but you're already in your mind saying he's going to have 6 pack. And that's the problem with a lot of women. You want to create the man in your own image, and it does not work. And that's why a lot of people have gotten married to people that they don't really love. And then when they are in a loveless relationship, they find themselves stranded because they just want to be Mrs. something. Just being Mrs. will not help you. You need to know that everyone you are in a relationship with must be someone you love, and you cannot change people. Now, 3 drivers of a man that you need to know as a woman. What are the 3 things that drives a man? The first thing that drives a man is, who am I? Identity. Who am I? The sense of identity. Number 2, what I do, career and purpose. What I do, career and purpose. How much I make, status and income. How much I make. So when you are meeting with a man, you need to identify these 3 drivers. Who am I? Has that man identified himself? What I do, has that man found purpose? How much I make, has that man come into a place where he earns what makes him to feel okay? If you don't understand these 3 drivers, it will affect you when it comes to the issue of love. Number 2, you can't win with seduction and games. I don't know how else to say it. You see, a lot of women, because they have seen a lot of men that are falling to their seduction, they have this deceptive belief that, oh, forget it, no be man, I know what I go do. Be fooling yourself. Be fooling yourself. There are men that you cannot seduce. I'm telling you, there are men you cannot seduce. So seduction will not work. If you are look, let me tell you, even if you attract a man and trap a man by seduction, will you be seductive 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year? You will not. So if you trap him by seduction, you will be dumped with your seduction. So you can't win with seduction and playing games. You are playing games with a man. No, I think I told you a story 2 weeks ago about a guy whose wife was what do I say? Okay, I told you about the fact that there is an aspect that I have not yet completed. That aspect is about to be completed, but I will give you the story. Maybe by next week, I will bring you the full package, and you will see what I'm talking about. So you can't win with seductions and games. So make sure that when you are coming into a relationship with a man, you are not introducing yourself and presenting yourself as a seductress. Because let me tell you something, the way you are playing game, the guy too is playing game. If you are coming as a seducer into see our free giver, into go flow as if say you don't deceive him. When you don't get what you won't get, you don't work out, and you are the one that will be left stranded. Now, 5 questions to ask a man if you want to really decode the man instead of seduction. Let me tell you how to decode the man. 5 questions to ask a man to really decode him. Number 1, what are your short-term goals? What are your short-term goals? When you ask a man what his short-term goals are, if he's a man that is really a man that is serious, purpose-driven, and matured, he'll be able to tell you, oh, my short-term goals are within the next 3 months, I plan to do this. I'm already doing this right now. I expect it to yield in 8 months' time. In the next 1 year, I expect to do this. Second question, what are your long-term goals? What are your long-term goals? The reason why you're asking that question is so that you'll be able to know how serious he is. So by the time you ask him short-term goals, and it's true, by the time you ask him long-term goals, say, well, in 2 years' time, I want to be able to have a car. By the 4 years like this, man, I want jackpot. By that, I go down jackpot. And you are planning to enter a relationship with a man that when he mentioned short-term goal, getting engaged was not on the list. When he mentioned long-term goal, getting married and being a father is not on the list, and you still carry your head, you enter. While you are asking this question, he's supposed to be okay, well, no, my short-term goal, I'm expecting that this relationship will, in the next 3 to 6 months, I expect to be engaged. By the time you are talking long-term goal, in 2 years' time, I hope to be married, and by 5 years' time, I should have 1 or 2 kids, 1 boy, 1 girl. That's already telling you that the guy has a plan, and you can begin to see yourself in the plan. By the time you're asking short-term goal, long-term goal, and instead of you being sensitive and being smart in deciphering what is in the middle of the discussion, what is she? Number 3. Ask him, what is your view on relationship? What is your view on relation? Now, you are asking him his view on relationship generally. So you want to see what his mindset is, what are his values, what are his beliefs with reference to relationship generally. And you begin to learn. Number 4, you now ask him, what do you think about me? So when you guys go out on dates, first date, soft discussion, peripheral discussion. Second date, begin to go into the shallow waters. By the third date, you start entering the deep waters, because you don't want to go so far on series of data and become a serial data. And at the end of the day, they will drop you by the wayside, or you discover that the guy is a waste of your time. So what do you think of me? Now, when you say, what do you think of me? Please note his answer. You are asking a mental question, not an emotional question. What do you think of me? You should note, oh, I love you. Oh, you are very beautiful. No, that's not thinking. That's not thinking. So you need to find out, what do you think of me? The next question is, how do you feel about me? How do you feel about me? So you ask the thinking question, and then you ask the feeling question. And then he's able to express himself, and that gives you some level of understanding of how to deal with him and how to relate with him. Number 3, your honor is your master key. Your honor is your master key, not food, not sex, not money. A lot of people have been deceived growing up, where they were told that the way to a man's heart is through his stomach, where they were told that, oh, just give him sex, he will fall. You know the button, press the button, as if it's a remote control. You are fooling yourself. There are 3 main needs of most men. Number 1, support. Number 2, honor and loyalty. Number 3, sex. For some people, they just need a supportive spouse. They just need someone that will support their dream, support their journey, support their vision. And for some, it's just, they just want to be honored. They want you to be loyal to them. They want you to be a woman of honor that also honors them. And they want sex. Every man wants sex. It's part of our DNA. We want it. And when we want it, we want it. Praise God. That's why we got married, so that we can have it. So they want sex. And most of the time, the way they talk about this is as if the women don't want sex. Women too want sex. But because of the culture that we are in, they pack it as if say you don't like her, as if say no one time. And then when the chips are down, no comments. So your honor is what? Is your master key. Not food, not sex, not money. So you need to be a woman of honor that also honors people. You need to be a woman of honor that also honors people. So you need to honor people in your life, and that will go a long way in helping you. Number 4, your esteem is your security. Your esteem is your security. What do I mean by that? One of the major problem of this generation is low self-esteem. You see, people's values have changed. So a lot of people have identity crisis. They have low self-esteem. They have inferiority complex. And because of all this craze to get married, I just want to marry. I want to marry because you want to be Mrs. Something. You see a lot of people lowering their standard, lowering their values, and selling themselves cheap. Just because a man has taken you to a eatery to spend 3,000, they are already pressing your breast. Are you all right? Are you all right? Just because they have bought you a recharge card of 1,000 naira, they don't kiss you. What's your problem? So your esteem is your security. You have to be a woman of substance, a woman of honor, a woman of worth, a woman of value, a woman of esteem. Don't sell yourself cheap. Don't make yourself a cheap person. You just become like a sanitary pad or a towel that can be discarded or extra tie that can be dumped. No, don't do that to yourself. You are more than that. Don't do that to yourself. And a lot of people fall for the trap of sweet talkers. You know, all these serpentine guys that will be speaking with bedroom voice, oh, baby, oh, baby, oh, babe. Or they come with baritone demons. And they'll begin to deceive you, say, you're just so special. You're beautiful. When I saw you, my God. When I saw you entering church, my heart did jiggy, jiggy, bam, bam. And then you fall for the trap. And then they will beat you, jiggy, jiggy, bam, bam. They will slap you, jiggy, jiggy, bam, bam. So before you know it, you're in trouble. So how do you know whether a man truly loves you? How do you know when a man truly loves you? If a man truly loves you, how are you going to know that, this guy really loves me? This guy really cares about me? How do you know? Well, there are 3 ways to know if a man really loves you. 3 ways. Number 1, if he loves you, he will profess it. If he loves you, he will profess it. Listen, he will profess it not to you alone, but to everyone that cares to hear. So not the one that is with you. Oh, I love you. Oh, I love you. I care for you. You are special to me. And then when other people are there, he will never say that. When other people are there, he will never say you are. No. Be careful. That is not love. That is secret lovers. That is Nicodemus love. By the time they love you in secret, they break your heart in secret, but you will cry in the open. You know that can't cry when you don't go feel explain. You'll be crying, and they'll say, why are you crying? What's the problem? I'm okay. I'm okay. Whereas you are not okay, because you cannot explain the reason for your tears. You will not weep. I say you will not weep in the name of Jesus. So they will profess it. So when the man